Hey, to the person who sold me their car on September 21st, if this is September 24th and the rapture didn't happen, you're not getting your car back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Mexican Renko here. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm not doing too bad myself. Today, we're talking about RaptureTok. Now, I've been getting Rapture videos on my For You page on TikTok for the last, 3 days, I think, at this point, and half of the videos are coming from people who believed the rapture would actually happen, and the other half of the videos are coming from the people who are making fun of the rapture believers. Today's video is going to be more centered around the people who actually believed in the rapture, because I have a lot of things to say about it, because, holy shit. This shit is genuinely, is it not psychosis? Is the rapture trend not mass psychosis? Because I don't know, it definitely seems that way. Now let me start this off by saying, if you live under a rock and you don't know what the rapture is a biblical event. It's in the Bible, and it states that if you believe in the Christian or Catholic God, then one of these days you're supposed to hear trumpets outside and start levitating in the air and flying up into the sky. No, this is not a joke. This is biblical. This is in the Bible. Now, the Bible doesn't actually call it the rapture. It says, "For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a cry of command, with the voice of an archangel, and with the sound of the trumpet of God. And the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will always be with the Lord." So yeah, it basically references to the rapture, but it doesn't actually call it the rapture. But yeah, it is a biblical event, and I guess Christians and Catholics are supposed to believe this because it comes from the Bible, and the Bible is what they believe in or something. Now, a few days ago, there was some rumor started by a South African priest where he stated that the rapture was going to happen on September 23rd, aka 3 days ago.
And I tell you, on the 23rd and the 24th of September 2025 is going to be the rapture. In 2018, Jesus physically appeared in front of me and told me on the 23rd and the 24th of the Feast of Trumpets in September 2025, I will come to take my church.
So yeah, this is how the rumor started. This dude on a podcast, this priest, just casually talking about how God told him that the rapture was happening on the 23rd, and then millions of people chose to believe this guy. They were just like, oh my God, God spoke to him. This has to be true. Tell everybody. Which to me, this is just so wild. I don't know how people believed this guy or looked at him as a reliable source for any of this shit, because you can clearly tell he's lying out of his ass. And I'm sure even Christians can agree with this, because in the Bible, it literally says nobody knows when the rapture is gonna happen. So I don't know why this guy is positioning himself as the chosen one by God, acting like he has secret intel to God's wishes and God's words. It's just goofy as hell, bro. I don't know how anybody bought this. And obviously, after he made this announcement saying that the rapture was gonna happen on September 23rd, the whole internet just went so crazy, bro. I started getting non-stop rapture videos on my feed. It was just a disaster.
So I am working my last shift right now before the rapture, because I'm not scheduled to come back until the 25th. So I am donezo here. And this just feels surreal, dude.
Fuck what he's saying. What is this music playing, bro? Hey guys, so, oh my God, I'm so excited. The rapture's happening tomorrow. I'm working my last shift. Anyways, yeah, the rumor got out pretty quick that the quote-unquote rapture was happening on September 23rd. A lot of people bought into it. There were plenty of TikToks that started flying around, just like this one we just watched. Also, Buddy was talking about how he was having his last shift because he thought the rapture was coming. His walk back into work 2 days later must have been pretty awkward. I really hope he didn't quit his job. That would have been crazy. Anyways, as I said earlier, there were a lot of videos just like this with people who were bought into the idea of the quote-unquote rapture happening on the 23rd. And I just want to warn you before I play these clips, this video is going to get progressively more insane.
Hey! Hey you! Do you see what's happening? It's time! It's time to make your decision. Are you going to follow Jesus and get on the party bus out of this hellhole? Or are you going to stay here living it up all the way to actual hell? Because I know my God, Jesus, wants you on that party bus. He is waiting for the last of you to get on the party bus so he can take us all to heaven to protect us from what is about to take place on the entire earth. He died on the cross. He willingly gave his life because he loves you. He does not want to spend eternity without you. He wants you now and forever. So reach out to him. Take that step of faith. Believe he's there listening.
Question. Why the fuck are you yelling this, girl? Like, chill out. So this is apparently one of the ladies who was spreading a lot of awareness for the quote-unquote rapture that was supposed to happen on the 23rd. She was easily one of the biggest promoters of this. She had a whole account dedicated to the rapture, which to me is a bit insane, if not very insane. I like how in this video she doesn't even label it as like a biblical sacred event. She just calls it the party bus. Guys, you need to believe. If you don't, you're not gonna get on the party bus. Also, another interesting thing that I'd like to talk about here is why do people feel the need to yell to convince? Like, I don't know how people don't understand this yet, but yelling your points isn't gonna convince anybody. Nobody wants to be fucking yelled to, dog. Like, I don't care about the party bus. Stop yelling at me. Anyways, look what she decided to post the day before the quote-unquote rapture was supposed to happen.
I have tried to record this video like 10 times. I feel like it's time for me to step away from TikTok. I feel like my story is over. I have been so blessed by this, and the Lord has done so much, and I'm so grateful to have been his vessel. And you guys already know, I truly believe with all my heart we will be raptured during Feast of Trumpets this year. If there is some chance that we don't get raptured, I will come back and make an apology video for myself being deceived, and that will be it.
So that was the important part of the video. For the rest of it, she kind of just tries to convert you to Christianity and tells you that you're not saved if you don't have Jesus in your heart or something. But in the beginning of the video, she says that the rapture's coming and that if she happens to be wrong about this date, then she's gonna make an apology video. Spoiler alert, she never did that. Once September 24th came around and she realized that the rapture did not happen on the 23rd, she decided to make a video bashing her quote-unquote haters who were calling her unwell.
Hello guys, I am totally fine. I don't know why all of you hateful people are trying to tell everybody that I am not mentally well. Here I am, September 24th at 1:14 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm alive and well, and so are my kids.
Now, for some of y'all who might be confused when watching this, there were a lot of people on TikTok that were concerned about this lady's well-being and also her kids, because this lady on her Rapture TikTok account decided to post videos talking about how there were demons growling in her 9-year-old's ear. She was also talking about how at one point her 3-year-old started to speak in Hebrew, which to her was confirmation that the rapture was gonna happen or something like that. And she even showed her child, quote-unquote, speaking in Hebrew in this video. But then somebody in the comments was like, hey, I speak Hebrew and he didn't. That wasn't Hebrew. So I think it's safe to say that this lady is a little cuckoo. I don't know. It makes sense why people were concerned about her well-being, because her whole entire account was just giving psychosis vibes, to be real. But yeah, the day after the rapture was supposed to happen, she made this video bashing her haters instead of just apologizing like she said she would in her previous video. And right after she made this video, she just decided to delete her entire TikTok account, probably out of shame. But if you think the insanity stops there, don't worry, it only gets worse.
Guys, I'm saying goodbye to my car. I've had it for 5 years. They're taking it. Oh, this is my baby, man. This has been my baby for years. 5 years. But she's gotta go. I won't need her beyond September, because I'm going home to where my Father in heaven is. She's a nice car, isn't she? I kept that baby clean. Some scratches around it, but for the most part, she's nice. But she's mine no more. Someone else is gonna get her. I'm catching a flight to heaven in September anyway. I won't need the car. Roar! Roar!
This man sold his fucking car because he thought the rapture was happening on the 23rd. Oh my god, bro. This one was crazy to see, because I don't know how you get to this point. It's beyond me, really. Like, there was no critical thinking put into this action at all. And what shocks me as well is, like, the people who are falling for this stuff aren't even religious, because if you were religious, you would know that nobody knows when the rapture is happening. So these people are just like pseudo-religious. They're like fake religious, or perhaps non-practicing religious people. I think that might be the correct term. But yeah, to fall for this to the point where you're gonna sell your car because you think in a day you're gonna fly up to heaven, like, holy fucking delusional, holy psychosis, and most of all, holy gullible. Like, I feel like the main victims in this rapture situation are just the most gullible people in the world. Because how do you let some random priest from South Africa convince you that you're gonna start flying in the air on September 23rd? like that's just beyond me. I don't know how that happened. That's scary levels of psychosis and gullibility, or gullibleness. Anyways, after this guy sold his car on the 22nd, the 24th came around, and of course, he was still here, and he made a TikTok about it. I'm sorry, bruh. I'm sorry. I need to stop. This is sad, but funny as hell. I'm sorry.
Alrighty, folks. The rapture didn't happen like I said it would, and I promised that when it didn't happen, by the time that I said it would, that I would upload a video of me publicly apologizing and repenting of my failed prediction. And I want to acknowledge that it wasn't me saying it might happen. No, I was like fully convinced.
Yeah, we know. You sold your car because of this. We know that you were fully convinced.
So I want to publicly, apologize to everyone that I convinced to get their hopes up high about the rapture happening September 23rd and 24th, and obviously it didn't happen, and there must be people out there very disappointed and very hurting to have had their hopes up so high.
Hey, at least he apologized, you know, that's good for him. He did better than the last lady, that's for sure. I feel like the only people who had their hopes up for this quote-unquote rapture to happen on the 23rd were, like, nihilists who don't want to be on this earth anymore. And to me, that's kind of sad. Like, I don't know. To me, in my personal opinion, I don't think there's anything out there that's going to happen that like saves you from your current reality that you're in. I believe that somebody has to change their own situation by themselves and has to find the willpower to do it within themselves to make a better situation. Obviously, there's people in unfair conditions and stuff like that, of course, and it's going to be a little harder for them, and they're more valid in their nihilism, but I feel like the people who were excited for this rapture to happen on the 23rd were just delusional nihilists who don't want to be here anymore. I wouldn't even group Christians or Catholics into this because, of course, in their holy book, the Bible, it says that nobody's going to know when this so-called event happens. So the people who fell for this on the 23rd aren't even like, you know, going off of the Bible, the book they're supposed to be going off of. They're going off of other people. To me, it just seems like a bunch of delusional nihilists who are using religion as a scapegoat for their delusional nihilism / delusional nihilist ideas. But yeah, overall, it's kind of sad that this guy got rid of his car. It's kind of dumb as well. I hope he regrets this decision, and I hope that he is having a long time with himself to process what he just did. I was also getting TikToks of people apparently selling their homes for like super low because they thought the rapture was coming, which is just, oh my god. The level of gullibleness, is that even a word, gullibleness? Yeah, the level of gullibleness you need to have to make a decision like this is just beyond me. Anyways, let's take a look at some more of these rapture talks.
Okay, me and Max are ready for the rapture.
No, bro, no. You know, I heard a lot of people talking about tinfoil hat people. I didn't think they were actually real. Looks like we have one on our hands here.
He's not going either. He didn't want to go. He's gonna stay with me. You're not going, right, Max? You're staying, right? At least he's not up yet, so we're gonna get her fixed up when she gets up. Rapture update. Don't look down.
This has to be satire. Ain't no way, bruh. This can't be real. Part of me feels like this is her posting this as a joke to clown the people who believed in the rapture, and part of me thinks that she's dead ass. The fact that I can't tell is concerning.
Okay, lock in, Ava, lock in.
So this was the funny side of Rapture Talk that I was getting a lot of videos from. Obviously, there were a lot of people playing into this as a prank and trying to convince the believers that the rapture was happening by playing trumpets, which to me is comedy gold. I don't care, bro. This shit is hilarious to me. How much you want to bet there was some grandma 2 houses down that was like, oh my god, it's happening! Let me take a Percocet before I go up. I wish there was an angle out there that showed people running outside after the trumpets were played. There were also some people who sold their belongings in garage sales because they thought the rapture was happening. So, looks like some people were able to get a sweet deal. I'm low-key jealous of those people. But yeah, those were most of the TikToks I wanted to talk about in this video. Overall, I think the whole rapture hype was just mass psychosis on full display for everybody to see, because everybody was getting these TikToks, bruh. Every single one of my friends was talking to me about the rapture, and yeah, I don't know how certain people fell for this shit. To me, this just seemed like one giant joke and one giant meme. And as I said earlier, I wouldn't even group religious people into this conversation just because these people are not practicing religious. And I would imagine that practicing religious people were not concerned about the rapture happening on the 23rd of September. I'm pretty sure they were just like me and chilling. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love hearing what y'all have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. It helps me out in the algorithm. And if y'all want to see more content like this in the future, then feel free to subscribe. And yeah, with that all being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure y'all are staying safe, hydrated, and healthy. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.